In the first episode we showed you how to assemble the main shaft, so if you missed out on that, make sure to check it out first. Now it's time for the secondary shaft.
So the second step we are going to do is to rebuild the secondary shaft. Actually this one is already been done. Most of the work is already done because there's already a new rep kit mounted with new springs and new plates. I suggest to replace every rep kit which you take off a used engine, because I think around 80% of the secondary shafts I put out of used engines, they are all broke within. You have inside there are springs and they are broke. So if you keep it like that, then in short time the plates will fall off, because the springs go anyway they want. So for rebuilding it with the new rep kit, we have a very good tool. It is this very heavy tool. This is a good base to mount the rivets with this sort of tools. For example, we could take this and make the rivets look nice. You can go like this. It's also very good for the disassembly of the secondary shaft. But there's also another way I want to show you, which is also pretty easy, especially if you're only one person to be doing it. You can go to the bench vise and just clamp it together. And the good thing about this, you can guide the direction of the rivets. So once they get to out of the direction, you can do it like this with a little angle, and then you correct it, and then it becomes straight and very beautiful. So we can repress them. And once you're ready with pressing of the rivets, and if you did it in a bench vise, you will find the surface of the rivets having almost the same pattern as it was original from Piaggio, which is a very nice look, and they are also very tight and very smooth on the surface. If they are still too high, which could cause collision inside of the crankcase, you can still hammer it on our heavy tool. Next step is to put inside the bearing, but don't forget to put inside the shaft before, because otherwise you cannot mount it anymore. I'm always applying a lot of grease. This prevents rust and is also very good for running in. Again, this tool is a big 8. Then we need the punching tool. Make sure you're punching only on the outside ring of the bearing, because if you punch on the inside ring, the bearing is broke. The balls are going to have a surface damage. Once you have a change in the noise, you know that the bearing is come to the bottom of the secondary shaft. Now take the circlip and fix the bearing. Now I'm applying a lot of grease. I always use this special white grease for all kind of bearing, because the biggest wear is when you start the engine from very cold condition. And I think the worst start is when you start the engine the very first time after a rebuild. So I put grease everywhere, and I believe strongly that it's good for the engine in the very first moment. I'm free and already applying the needles for the bearing on this side, which can also be done later, but I'm doing it already now. After that, the secondary shaft is completely ready for build-in. Das ist auch eine sehr befriedigende Tätigkeit. Find inner peace by inserting needles. We have no music. Why? With music everything is easier. So you can put inside as many needles as are fitting there. I think this time it's 21, and the grease will hold it in their place. So not a single one more would fit, so this is full. What I want to show you is, make sure that these needles can come to a straight position, to an actual position. If they are always staying to one side, so they are diagonal, then they are too long, which is sometimes a failure. But when you turn it to the right and to the left, they always go a little bit to the side, but they always go over the straight position, and the straight position must be possible. Otherwise, the needles cannot run very well. Okay, that's it. The secondary shaft is already done.
Alrighty, in the next episode we're going to punch in the bearings. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. Plus activate the bell so you won't miss out on any future projects.